This video is your first step to fixing your credit and getting the things you want out of life. Maybe you want to buy that new car so you could stop taking public transportation and look fly in front of your friends. Maybe you want to start a family and get married and buy that new house so you and your family could live in a peaceful environment. Or maybe you just want to start a business so you could get rich. Welcome to Credit Monster, where high limits are achievable and bad credit, it's beatable. I'm your host, Daquan, here to help you unleash the credit monster. If that's something you committed to, don't forget to smash that subscribe button so you can stay connected to the credit monster. Let's get to the information. So you want to fix your credit? I know the feeling. Having to pay more for everything, having to put down large down payments. It's tough going through life with bad credit. But let me tell you this, bad credit is temporary. This video is your first step to fixing your credit and getting the things you want out of life. Maybe you want to buy that new car so you could stop taking public transportation and look fly in front of your friends. Maybe you want to start a family and get married and buy that new house so you and your family could live in a peaceful environment. Or maybe you just want to start a business so you could get rich. Whatever the case may be, this video is going to help you fix your credit so you could get the things you want out of life. Let's go. Okay, y'all, so the first thing you need to do when repairing your credit is to pull your credit score. You can't repair your credit if you don't know what's on your credit. So most people would tell you to go to annualcreditreport.com because the federal government allows you to pull a full credit report each year totally for free. However, because we're repairing our credit, I'm going to tell you to go to Identity IQ. Identity IQ is the industry standard for credit repair. So I have a link in the pinned comment. It's going to give you a discount for at least 6 months, but it lets you join for $1. This is unbelievable. It's unheard of. There is a 7-day trial, and go ahead and pull your credit report. Now the reason why this is the industry standard is because it gives you everything you need to know to dispute the inaccuracies and inconsistencies within your credit report to get those negative items off. Okay, so that's the first step. Pull your credit report. Step number 2 is to identify all the negative/derogatory items on your credit report and document them. Okay, so basically we're going to go on Identity IQ. We're going to look at all the negative things like charge off, collections, repos, any of that stuff, anything except for late payments. If it's a late payment on an open account, we'll get to that later, but right now we're just focused on charge off, collections, repossessions, things of that, closed accounts, things of that nature. So we're going to document them on an Excel spreadsheet that I'm going to put in the pinned comment totally free of charge to you guys. This is an Excel spreadsheet that I have created so you could keep track of all the negative items that you need to get off your credit report so you can have fantastic credit in the future. We're going to work on these items. We're going to dispute them until they come off. And let me show you on the screen. Wait, I got a question. Are you committed to defeating the credit bureaus and exceeding your financial goals? If so, don't forget to smash that like button and comment committed. Okay, y'all, so I'm gonna show y'all how this Excel spreadsheet work. It's the credit repair derogatory list. This is something that I created to help you keep track of all your disputes and hold yourself accountable, because that's important. So let's go ahead to Identity IQ. We're going to look at some derogatory marks. So let's look at this this Mountain Run account. So we're just going to copy the whole thing. So I'm hitting Control V. This is a pro tip. Hit Control V to copy. Then you're going to go ahead to your spreadsheet, and then you're going to go ahead to TransUnion accounts, because it is a TransUnion and it's reporting on Experian, as you can see. So we're going to go ahead to TransUnion. We're going to hit Control V, and that's to paste it. Control V. And don't worry about this bleed over. We're just going to click over here on this Experian box, and then we're going to double click it. Then we're going to hit Control V. Okay, now it's not on Equifax, so we're not going to do Equifax. So let's go back to Identity IQ, and we'll just go ahead and, you know, do the rest for the Experian and TransUnion, whatever is there. Let's go ahead to an Equifax. So we have this Dish Network account for Equifax. We're going to go ahead and highlight the account, copy it, and then paste it only for Equifax on line 3. So you see how I notched it down. I didn't put it on the same line, because as you can see, round 1 is specific to this Mountain Run account, and then on, you know, the third line, round 1 is specific to this Dish Network account. Is only on Equifax. So when we go ahead and say round 1, we could say when we sent round 1, because it's important to keep track of the dates of when you send the dispute, because we want to dispute consistently and persistently every 30 days. They're going to get so tired of you that they're just going to take it off, basically, you know, because it costs them money to actually run the dispute. And we're going to cost them money, and they're going to say, hey, it is really inaccurate, so we might as well just take it off. So that's basically how we go about it. So let's say round 1 was done on 7/8/2021, and we did let's say the date of last payment. So we're going to put the abbreviated date of last payment. So we disputed the date of the last payment. You know, we said that was inaccurate. So that we're keeping track of all the rounds: round 1, round 2, round 3, round 4, and that just basically mean that, you know, month 1, month 2, month 3, you're going into battle with the credit bureaus each and every month. Okay, now because you're persistent and because you're consistent, you will get the deletions. And as we get the deletions, we're going to build up the credit. But don't forget to go into the pinned comment to download this spreadsheet, so it can hold yourself accountable, so you can keep track of all your disputes. Make sure when you do download it, you know, you got to put your email in, so I can email you this link so you can download it. But it's going to come to the Google spreadsheet, and you're going to go ahead and download it. You're not going to be able to edit it right off the bat. You're going to have to download it to your own Google spreadsheet, and the instructions right here. You could just click it and then hit delete, and there you go. So I already know this question is going to come up in the comments, so let me answer it now. When you dispute round 1, if it's on TransUnion and Experian, you're going to dispute to both of those barrels at the same time, and that's why we only need 1 column for round 1. Even though it's 2, or even if it's all 3 barrels, we're going to dispute all 3 of them at the same time for that same account. So keep that in mind. And step number 4 is to pay all your current accounts on time. Yes, you're going to have to pay everything on time from now on. This is a new perspective on credit. You do not want to get back in a situation with bad credit. So if you fixing your credit and you end up missing payments, you're being counterproductive, and you do not want to do that. You want to, this is a pro tip, you want to create a budget for yourself so you could be on time with your payments. Create a budget and actually see if you're living above your means. And if you are, you may want to cut back or make some more money, or do both. That's actually the best way to do it. And make your payments on time, especially your credit cards, especially your car payments, your mortgage, whatever you have that is reporting to the credit bureaus. Pay that on time, and do not let anything else go to collections. Okay, so I have a bonus tip for you guys. So Basically, if you have any lines of credit or credit cards, pay those down as much as possible. You actually want to pay them down to between 0 and 2%. You do not want to keep a balance on your current credit cards or your lines of credit, because that affects your utilization, which is 30% of your credit score. So that means if you only have credit cards that the credit limit is $1,000 and you have $900 and you've been paying the minimum payment, and you know, obviously that's going to take you forever to pay all the way off if you continue to pay the minimum payment, but that is negatively affecting your credit score dramatically. 30%, almost 200 points right there. So you want to pay that down to at least $200 or less, okay, until you're ready to increase your, or you can increase your credit limit. That's another way to get your utilization down, but really you don't want to be in that type of debt. So that's a bonus tip, is to pay down your revolving debts, which is credit cards and lines of credit, as much as possible. But I want to hear from y'all. What are y'all trying to do when y'all get good credit? I want to hear in the comments below. Let's talk about it. What is your dreams? I want to hear when you get that 750, 800, what you want to do? Let's talk about it in the comments below. But don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and please share with a friend in need. Catch my other videos, and I'ma catch y'all on the next video. Thanks for watching. Peace.